Hello. Today's video addresses the topic of whether or not confronting abusive parents is biblical. Many people tell victims of narcissistic parents things like, you need to be the bigger person, let it go. You just don't understand, she had a bad childhood. You need to forgive and forget. The Bible says to honor your parents. If you call your parent out on that behavior, God doesn't approve of that. Such statements are often said for various reasons. Maybe the person saying this nonsense came from an abusive past and refuses to face their own pain. You talking about your situation reminds this person of his or her pain. That person wants to shut you down at any cost, so you stop making that person remember their own pain, their own pain and feel uncomfortable. This person might know the narcissist, and like all flying monkeys, is very protective of that narcissist. If the narcissist in question is related to this person, this is a very likely scenario. Families are incredibly protective of their narcissist. It's too bad they aren't so protective of the narcissist victims, huh? This person may not want to face the truth about the narcissist. They prefer to believe their own delusion that this person is really great rather than face the ugly truth. Whatever the reasons these ludicrous statements are said, not only do they hurt, they can confuse and frustrate victims. As if it's not bad enough we've been abused by a narcissist, now here's these other people being abusive as well by invalidating our pain and judging and criticizing us for speaking up to the abuser rather than silently tolerating their abuse. There's a verse in Isaiah that can shut down this argument that it isn't biblical for a victim to confront an abuser. Isaiah 1 verses 16 and 17 say, "Wash yourselves, make yourselves clean. Put away the evil of your doings from before my eyes. Cease to do evil, learn to do good, seek justice, rebuke the oppressor, defend the fatherless, and plead for the widow." Notice that part, rebuke the oppressor. God said that. I just repeated his words. According to God, we're not only allowed to confront someone about abusive behavior, we're supposed to do it. Do you really think God would have included that in the Bible if he didn't want people to do it? Also notice this. It doesn't say rebuke the oppressor unless that oppressor is your parent. There's no exceptions in this verse. Now, granted, I realize with narcissists, many times it's easier just to let them do something than confront them. They do love turning things around where the victim is to blame, or they tell others how mean and unreasonable a victim is for not tolerating their abuse. That is incredibly frustrating, and such behaviors mean that sometimes we shouldn't confront them. It's just not worth it. Then again, there's also times that we know in our hearts we need to speak up to them no matter what they do. During those times, you can rest assured you're doing the right thing. It's in the Bible. If anyone judges or criticizes you for speaking up to your narcissistic parent, although it can be painful, try to ignore it. That person obviously doesn't know what they're talking about. If God himself has said we are to rebuke an oppressor, who is any mere human to tell you it's the wrong thing to do? Do they really know better than God? You do what you know in your heart that God would have you to do in your situation, even if that includes confronting a narcissist, and you do it secure in the knowledge God approves of what you're doing. Thank you for watching my video.